Hey, BookTube. Okay, check this out. It's been like 15 minutes and I'm doing my third video. And it's just because on the last video, which was the channel surfing thing, I remembered something else that I have done. And it's actually a tool that anybody can get their hands on that's kind of fun. Now, some of you, it's fucking cold here, people. And I got my gas bill, and it was freaking ridiculous. And it's because if you remember that vlog video I did, I lay on the floor with the door open and the heater on. Holy crap. If like I knew how much that was going to cost me, I maybe would not have done that every day. But freaking hell, man. Like my gas bill is it's ridiculous. Anyway, so I hope I remember all of these things right. Since the beginning of the written word, people have been trying to figure out basically like the formula to tell a story. And there's been books written over the years by people. I probably should have looked this up beforehand because I haven't studied this in a while, but like there's this book called Plotto, which is a bunch of different like plots that you could use in writing a story. And if I recall, the way that book works is that through all the stories ever told, there's only this many plots that go around, and here they are, kind of thing. And then there was another one, and someone's probably screaming at me right now. It's called like the something situations, like 32 situations or something like that. I'm way off. Um, and I think that one came first. And it's kind of the same thing, whereas, like, there are only so many kinds of stories you could write, whether it's mystery, science fiction, crime, romance. There's only so many things that could drive your story. And I'm sure, like, someone's going, oh, but House of Leaves is really weird. And what was that other book that's like 90,000 pages and only four of them have words on it that came out kind of recently? I don't know. So yeah, I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, but like for a plot driven story, there's only so many things you can do. The first one, I guess, was called The 36 Dramatic Situations. And Plato, the master book of all plots. Plato was by William Wallace Cook. It's not random. It's just you make decisions based on what you find in there. So the one I want to talk about is the Plot Genie, which was originally published in 35. And I'll show you about that. I'll show you a bit about it in a second. Let's see. There was a computerized story generator called Tailspin. It was an artificial intelligence program developed in the 70s. In the 90s, the program Mexica was developed for academic research into automated plot generation. It produces plots related to the Mexica people using an approach similar to that of Mexica, The program Protoprop generates stories related to Russian folklore. There are a large number of random plot generators available on the internet, generic and relating to specific fandoms, with a certain amount of academic research into the subject. Plot generators have also been portrayed in fiction, as in Fritz Leiber's The Silver Egghead. Now, the funny thing about this is that a lot of people back in the pulp days of having to write like a 10,000 word story in a day to be able to turn it in, and it had to be about like a romance about water skiing or something like that, and you are someone who writes about the Cthulhu mythos, and you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So a lot of these like hack writers that I think are super fucking talented people were using things like this. I don't know very much about the online ones, but I do want to show you the Plot Genie stuff because they're kind of fun. There's a bunch of different ones for different things, and right here I have the normal one by Wycliffe A. Hill, and if you want to see what the face of the end of the world looks like, here he is. He is coming to kill you with his plot robot, and you will never be the same again. Basically, he wrote a screenplay and gave it to Cecil B. DeMille. Okay? And Cecil B. DeMille said there was no plot in the screenplay. So this guy, not you, this guy went crazy trying to figure out what the fuck plot was and how to harness it, I guess. You too can write Pulp Fiction! So this is just like a funny little book. And again, this was written in the 30s. So, this is very dated when it comes to certain things. But basically, you don't get that big giant robot in a frame. What you get is this thing called the perfect story plotter, and it's a little magic ball, and there's a little guy looking into the ball, and there's some big ass genie, the Plot Genie, right behind him. So what you do, and it would try to like be all like weird, and I'm sure you guys made stuff like this in elementary school or whatever. But you spin this wheel, and it's like you have to spin it 3 times, and then start from there or whatever. Okay, so it has 180 different numbers on here that take you to 180 things, and then that takes you to another 180 things, and then that takes you to another 180 things. Now, the only book that I wrote using this, I got this for Christmas like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and I did it on the first Gavel story, the Fight Night story, or In the Red Corner, and it was pretty fun. So like, let's say I do it, and the number I get is that 145 or 143? It's 143 in the little window right there. So then I would take this, and the first thing I open it up to, it goes into great detail on how you're supposed to use this. But the first thing is a background or location. So I had 143. A cattle ranch in Australia, mate. So that's my first thing. And now I have 102. Okay. So now I go to the next thing, which is usual male characters, and that was 102, right? Okay, 102. An electrician. I have an electrician on a cattle ranch in Australia. Oh my gosh. 66. And then and you could go with an unusual male character or a usual male character. And then you have usual female characters and you have unusual female characters. And what number did I get? 66? Let's go with unusual. She is a composer. Okay, so we have a composer and electrician on a cattle ranch in Australia. Now I gotta find a problem. 42. Desired liberty opposed by friends. That's kind of vague because you're the writer. And so now you got to come up with something. Desired liberty. Let's say this electrician. No, let's say the composer is being, what do you call it? In an assigned marriage or whatever. I can't think of the right words. And she's in love with this electrician. God, this is like so simple. Fucking 122. Okay. Oh yeah, and then there's all these different lists of problems that you have to go through, which I already fucked up. But let's just keep going with our little thing we have here, since this video is already getting out of hand. Obstacles to love. Okay, and what number did I get? 66? Is that a thing? Lover is pursued by loved one for crime. So maybe the guy she's supposed to get married to, if he wants to marry her because he wants to kill her after they're married and get all of her money. And for some reason, this is taking place on a cattle ranch in Australia. It's probably her aunt's, let's say. Let's get some complications going. As if this isn't crazy enough as it is. What number is that? 77. Okay. Deception threatens loss of liberty. So somebody lied about something, and now maybe the electrician's going to go to jail. Oh, the plot thickens. Let's see what we got here. 149 for the next thing. Predicaments. Oh my gosh. 149. Duty to country stands in the way of liberty. Okay, so like maybe he's gonna join the Coast Guard or something like that. But I need a crisis now or something. Let me see. 162. Oh my gosh. The story's getting out of control. How could she ever write a beautiful song again? About to permit an unrecognized sister to be executed. Holy shit, she had a secret sister, and now she's gonna die for the crimes that the electrician supposedly had done, but really it was the guy she was supposed to be betrothed to. All this on a cattle ranch in Australia. Let's see here. Ooh, 1. Here's the climax for surprise twist. Hero makes a sacrifice for religion. It's not. It's kind of like Black Narcissus there. Not much of a surprise twist. There was one about an earthquake. That would have been exciting. Is that it? Yep. So that's how the normal Plot Genie works, which is fun. But I also, last Christmas, I gave you my heart the very next day. I got the detective mystery, Ooh La La. So let's see. Um, this one, you start off with a lot of pages of reading. Okay, the murder. Let's find the victim. 1, 2, 3. 21. A captain. That's exciting. The locale. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the captain was 97, was murdered in a warehouse. Oh my gosh. Okay, so a murdered captain in a warehouse was killed with what, 177. An injection into the eye or ear. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, and so those are different things. You could do robbery, forgery, destruction of property, kidnapping, or baby snatching. Okay, let's find out what the outstanding clue is. Uno, dos, tres. This is 73. The hiding of an identity creates trouble and reveals an important clue when discovered. I thought that's what I was supposed to find here. You dummy. Okay, list of objects. Here is our outstanding clue. 142. Okay. A relic or an antique. Oh my gosh. The principal suspect, 1, 2, 3, is a stickler for tradition. Okay. The method of investigation is 10. A stimulant is administered. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. A suspicious circumstance or baffling situation is 178. This should be good. The credentials of an important character are stolen. I wonder if it's the captain. Maybe the captain wasn't a captain at all. This is insane in the membrane. Insane, got no brain. Insane in the membrane. Ooh, a thrilling situation develops when... Ooh, 72. A plot or device to frighten is discovered. Deadly virus, because he got stabbed in the ear or eye with something. So let's say this poison is going to be put through everyone on the ship in a warehouse. Shit, I forgot about the warehouse. Okay, see, it's important to write all this stuff down. The solution! I know, because it's exciting. The solution is 91. Oh my god! The criminal cornered commits suicide. Oh ho ho ho. Always looking for the easy way out. And the guilty one. Who committed suicide, you ask? I'll tell you right now. 48. We'll go to the next one. A psychologist. That's kind of interesting. What's their motive, you ask? Dog licks. Dog licks is their motive. What is that, 59? To prevent the destruction of one's property or fortune. Because the captain was going to tell everyone that the psychologist didn't really have her degree. done, done, done. Or that Michael Caine was really a woman. Bom, bom, bam. So yeah, so that's kind of some fun stuff to do. If nothing else, just to get yourself going. Because yeah, there's a lot of ideas and stuff in there, but you still have to be able to write well enough to put those things together and make that interesting. So, hey Giz. So my dogs are tired of me talking to the computer now. So, I'm gonna go. Do you guys want to go outside? Oh, I think Fred does. I think he does. Okay, BookTube. Hope that was helpful. Oh, you could get those anywhere on Amazon or something. Bye bye.